Lynchburg Live. I'm your host, Linda Smith. Today we're coming to you from the Mysticon 2015 Science Fiction Convention in Roanoke, Virginia. This is the 5th year that this convention has been in Roanoke. I have with me one of the promoters, Carl Kesner. Carl, tell us what's going on this weekend.
Well, we've got, as always, a lot of things going on here at Mysticon 2015, and we're very happy to have Lynchburg Live back once more. We have author Peter David is in our vendor room signing books and meeting his fans. He's our author guest of honor, and of course he's been involved in Star Trek and Marvel and DC Comics. Also writes for television, and he's written screenplays, so we're very excited to have him here. But of course our media guest of honor for this year is Sean Marr from Firefly. He played Dr. Simon Tam, Firefly being one of my favorites, so I'm so excited to have him here. We have lots of other guests of honor. We have Scott Rory, who is our artist guest of honor. He's a Star Wars trading card illustrator, among other many things, and he designed our artwork for our program book and our t-shirts this year.
As we get started, I do want to ask you how the feeling is at the convention with the recent death of Leonard Nimoy.
Well, it's it's tragic that Leonard has passed this weekend. I think everybody here at the convention is very sad to learn of his death, and he was legendary. He contributed so much to not just science fiction fandom, but arts and media and education. And he's definitely going to be missed, and we're all sad, but at the same time, everything continues to kind of move along, and I think Leonard himself would approve.
And I think all of us here today are celebrating his life, because he actually had such a wonderful life and was loved by so many people and so successful. And I think that's why we celebrate his life as we're sad about his passing. Now tell me, this convention has been sold out for how long now?
Since February 13th. We sold out on the 13th, and we posted all of that sold out notices up on our social media pages and our website. So yeah, we've been sold out for a couple of weeks now, which is the earliest this convention has sold out. And of course, next year we will have George R.R. Martin, so it will probably sell out even earlier.
Yeah, this convention just keeps growing in popularity, and I think that's certainly to your benefit and your credit.
Thank you. We appreciate that. I hope that we're doing something right.
Carl's going to take us on a tour of this convention, so come on, let's start out, go see what's going on.
That's right.
Okay.
Next to us here at this table is a person who's been coming here to our convention for the very first time. We're very excited to have him here. His name is Lauren Damewood, and as you can see, he does some fantastic custom metal work and knot work, and so I'll let Lauren tell you all about what he does.
Well, I like tying knots. It keeps me from going crazier usually. I've been tying knots since I was 10 years old. The knot that I'm tying right now is the Turk's head, which is an ancient knot. There are a large variety of different Turk's heads, but this particular one has 7 leads across, and it has 16 loops around the edge. It's a fast one. I'm tying it for this young lady right here.
Tell us about this garment that you're wearing.
Oh, this old thing. This is a knotted chainmail shirt. There's an old tradition of making chainmail for people who like to fight with each other, and this is not that kind of chainmail. It's actually a series of knots. This is 3,400 Celtic ovals.
Oh my goodness.
There are 3,398 of them tied correctly, and 2 weird ones somewhere.
How long does it take you to produce something like this?
Well, it should take about 5 minutes per knot. This took extra time because I was learning along the way. But it's got about 283 billable hours in it.
Do you have these for sale?
This is the only one. You want to buy it?
Not today, but I'm really enthralled with looking at it. I think there's so much craftsmanship and workmanship in it.
This one cost about the same amount.
That's beautiful. What is it?
This is a boulder opal from the Quarite region, and I fell in love with this stone back in 2000, and I made the setting for it, and then I realized somebody might try to buy it from me, so I made the chain. They have to buy the whole thing. The chain is 136 of these. That tiny knot.
I do.
Yeah, it took me 3 months.
You have quite a talent, and I thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for your interest.
My name is Jason Buterin. I'm the creative director of Mad Ones Films, a little motley movie-making film crew out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
How long have you been doing that?
We started in 2006 with a 48-hour film festival, and then we just dove right in. Have made probably about 15, 16 different short films, I think, so far. We've got a short film trilogy called The Gospel According to Booze, Bullets, and Hot Pink Jesus. We screened that here last year. We're screening a new film tonight called Between Hell and a Hard Place, which is a 25-minute black and white killer thriller, our little homage to The Twilight Zone. The ghost story with the most stories, starring this beautiful boy right here, Mr. Michael Williams.
All right, so what's it like to star in one of their films?
Surprisingly, being on a Mad One set is probably the best film set I've ever been on. I've been on more than a few down in North Carolina, and they run a really tight ship, and we have a very professional work ethic, but we have a really good time while we're doing it. I don't know, it's very serendipitous.
That's cool. All right, so where can we see these films?
Like I said, we're screening Between Hell and a Hard Place tonight. We've got the website, www.madonesfilms.com. We've got the DVD available for sale. We've got also stuff. We've got a lot of the shorts on our YouTube channel, which is just youtube.com/madonesfilms.
As we're walking down this hallway, where are we going?
Well, I guess next we'll head down to the vendor room, which you've been there many times before in the past with the show, but this year we actually have a new configuration for the vendor room, and we also have a lot of new vendors this year, so some new exciting things for you to see and do.
All right, let's go see it. All right, okay. All right, tell us, Carl, how many vendors do you have this year?
This year I think we have, as in past years, we have about, I guess, maybe 23, 24 vendors, something in that line. We have everything from video DVDs to all sorts of wonderful jewelry and costuming accessories and booksellers. And like I say, we have a few new folks in here this year too, so
you can
take a look at them.
You can find just about anything science fiction in here. Okay, you lead the way and I will follow you.
All right. Okay, we are here with the Mysticon 2015 Artist Guest of Honor, Scott Rory, who I would like to say was suggested to us by Congregate Convention in High Point, North Carolina, and we're excited to have Scott here. He's incredibly talented. He designed our artwork for our 2015 T-shirts and our program book, so I'll let Scott tell you all about how this is working.
How are you enjoying this? Is this your first Mysticon?
Yes, it is. I'm having a blast, too.
Your artwork is superb. We love the shirts. Anything you want to tell us about hanging behind you on your wall?
Well, as you can see, my artwork is all done with color pencil, airbrush, pen and ink. I love doing movie art. I love drawing large. I love drawing small. I draw sketch cards. I draw large paintings. I do commissions for people. So if anybody needs anything, get in touch with me.
Well, we think you do. That your talent is just amazing, really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome.
My name is Danielle Ackley McPhail. I'm an author, editor, and now I'm a publisher.
Cool.
So we've lost a number of people this year that are very close to the community. One of them is C.J. Henderson, who has been publishing for many, many years. He's written over 70 novels. He's been in countless anthologies, and unfortunately, we lost him to lymphoma last year. And a lot of the people in the community have rallied around him. He was a full-time author. He sold at conventions like this, is how he made his living. And a little bit before his illness was discovered, his wife was laid off as well. So he was in the hospital about 4 times for months and did not succeed in fighting the cancer. So there are a lot of medical bills and funeral costs and everything. And so we've done a number of fundraisers to help, mitigate those costs. A couple of tribute anthologies where the family will get all of the funds. I sell my own work at conventions, but I also bring his with me as well to try and move inventory that he had for events. And just anything that we can, both to keep his memory alive and to keep knowledge of his books out there. Most people in the industry, a lot of authors, he did so much to help them that they they owe a lot of their success to opportunities that he provided. Even me, myself, I've been in about 50 anthologies. I have 6 novels and collections, and most of it is from opportunities that CJ, put me onto.
I think if you're involved in something like this and everybody knows each other, you start to be like family.
Definitely, most definitely family. CJ used to come when he had a show near my house. He would sleep on my couch, and we would sit there and we would watch classic Star Trek, and I would cook for him. And it was really a hard blow when he got sick and then when he passed. And
What was it Nimoy said in his last tweet, that you can enjoy the garden, but you can't save it, but you can preserve the memories.
You definitely can. And one of the things that we're doing for that is we don't want a conventional biography for CJ. It just doesn't encompass who he was. One of his things as a vendor that he would say is, "Welcome to the big, fat, wonderful world of me."
That's great.
He was a rather large gentleman. So anyone at conventions and in fandom knows his spiel, and they would recognize that phrase. So we are collecting memorials of people's memories of experiences with him, not just at conventions, but in life in general. And the book is going to be called The Big Fat Wonderful World of C.J. Henderson.
That's great. We'll look forward to it. And thank you for talking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, tell me about this animal.
This is a sugar glider. They're marsupials native to Australia, though he's actually from Florida. And he's about 11 months old, so he's still a joey, a baby marsupial. And, they're a growing pet fan in this country.
How is he doing with the noise? He seems to be doing okay.
He's actually doing pretty good. I have a second one. She's not as sociable. That's why she's up in the hotel room.
And you have him in a pouch.
Yep, and he'll go right back in there. If you can find the opening.
I love little small furry things, so I'm glad that I saw your sugar glider.
And he's been to several of our planning meetings, so he may not be staff because he's too young, but he's still a staff by heart.
Tell me your name.
Stephen LeBrun.
Stephen, thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell me what these people are doing.
Well, this is one of our new vendors this year. They're altruistic weapons and recreations. And as you can see, based on their display, they do everything from building custom clocks to doing making cosplay weapons. And it's all handcrafted.
That's really cool. I like the animal faces for the clock.
Yes, they're very cute. I'm tempted to get one myself.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Mike Albers from Greenville, North Carolina.
Do you travel to many conventions?
I do about 7 or 8 a year.
Is all of this your personal work?
Yes, it is. Yeah, everything is all hand cut from wood.
You do a wonderful, wonderful job. These are all puzzles. Is that what they are?
Yes, they're all puzzles.
And I did it again. I'm sorry. So it takes quite a lot of skill to do this carving, to have them fit together and make these beautiful pieces of art, I think.
Well, yeah. Well, you've got a pattern that you're using a scroll saw as you're cutting them out, so that each one, even though they may look the same, the pieces are not interchangeable because of the handwork.
Well, I think you do exceptional work, and I'm sorry I knocked over your display. How's it going? What all have you got for sale?
Well, I've got action figures, all kinds of Star Trek, Star Wars memorabilia, comics, trade paperbacks, everything we have in the store. I brought a little bit of it with us today.
That's great. B&D Comics, everybody knows who that is.
That's nice. That's very nice to say. Thank you.
All right, so tell me who you are.
We are the End Games.
And what is that?
We're a hobby shop from Charlottesville, Virginia. We do a lot of miniatures, board games, magic cards, D&D, dice, things like that.
How are you enjoying the convention?
It's our first one, and we're having a pretty good time. We're doing the superhero LARPing, as well as just doing a lot of sales. So we're having a great time. It's our first one, and we're enjoying our time we came, yeah.
Tell our audience who has no idea what LARPing is, what that is.
LARPing is live action role playing. So the SHLARP is the superhero live action LARP play. And Basically, you put on a character. I am Reptile, who might be the lizard from Spider-Man. And I try and fight people and gain powers. And Spider-Man, I'm coming for you.
And there's a whole group of LARPers here this weekend, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. People have actually made their own alliances. Like I think Apocalypse is running around with Superman, or with the characters that are kind of based off of them, and they're just enjoying having a fun time.
That's cool. I think that being at a science fiction convention like this, you can come here on a weekend and be anybody you want to be, and I think that's the coolest part of it, really.
Absolutely.
Is being able to be you and all those other yous. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Glennis, tell us about your fantastic collection of books.
I'm an online bookstore. I do conventions all around the Southeast. I carry books for the author guests that are here at the convention.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
How's business?
Good.
Great. Nice to meet you. Thank you for talking to us. Tell us about it.
My name is Tammy Quinn. We're with Drunken Trog Studio. We have multiple artists that work on different things. The Hobgoblin that's standing in the corner over there, he does all of the steampunk big gun weaponry, the smaller Nerf guns, and all of the woodworking stuff. The foam armor and the helmets are made by Michael Melton back there with Drunken Trog Studio, and then the two wives do all the pretty little stuff. All the magic.
Tell me about your costume.
I'm the Nox with Stargate. We decided we were going to do a Stargate theme, so I'm the Nox. They're the fairies of the galaxy.
I just said this is the one place in the universe that you can come and be anybody you want to be.
That's right, and see everything, anything. It's fun.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Show us some of the things that you've been making, or he's been making, both of you, this year. He's been putting stuff on Facebook. I thought that was really interesting.
We are actually both doing some new things this year. He's got the pottery going, where he was actually made his living as a potter before we started doing Mysticon. We're getting that going again. I'm doing the resin cast pieces. I got pins and necklaces and rings, just anything new we can find that's fun to do, we're going to do it.
I love seeing some of the things he puts on Facebook, like the octopus pottery. I think that's just really cool.
This one was actually a joint piece. He throws it and then I glazed it. He's usually the one or two colors. I'm coming in with the detail and the fancy and the pretty. So we do work together. We're actually working together more so now that we're doing the pottery again.
You know what I think is really cool would be to have a really nice sit-down dinner party and then have just one of these on the table to freak everybody out. To be your personality.
Exactly. We've thrown around the idea of making whole sets with the tentacles, but then just, have something subtly to the side, filled with flowers where not everybody's going to notice it at first. It's a real fun piece.
Tell Mark we missed him again this year.
Outside the hotel, we have a big real-life TARDIS sitting outside in front of the hotel. It belongs to one of our convention attendees who now needs to. The TARDIS needs to find a new owner. So we are raffling the TARDIS for $5 per raffle ticket, and the proceeds from the raffle all go to the scholarship winner.
Now this is a large structure that's bigger than a conventional outhouse, right?
Yes, indeed it is. It is probably, it's just as big on the outside as it probably is on the inside.
I thought it was bigger on the inside.
Well, yeah, that's what they say on Doctor Who, but this one's pretty huge outside too.
All right, so the person who wins this weekend, are they responsible for getting it home?
Yes, they are. They are responsible for procuring the shipping, which will probably involve a flatbed trailer of some type and a tow truck.
And tell me again who these proceeds go to?
This will go to the 2015 scholarship winner, the person who is also the recipient of all the money from the charity auction.
That's wonderful. It's just wonderful that you do that. All right, Seth, this is wonderful artwork that you've done. Do you display at a lot of conventions, or is it just Mysticon?
No, pretty much any convention I go to. I try to get in front of as many eyeballs as humanly possible.
How long have you been doing this?
Since I was 16.
Great. Do you Tell us about the style of the artwork that you do.
I like to keep things really cartoonish, kind of flat and graphic, as long as it really leaps out and is kind of unique.
We think it's cool that you're from Lynchburg because this is Lynchburg live television show that we're doing this for. Thank you so much for talking to us, and good luck with the show.
All right, thank you.
This piece right here is an excellent piece of artwork. The thing that makes it unique is that this is made entirely out of dryer lint. All right, Heidi, tell me your last name.
Heidi Hooper.
And you are the artist that has created this wonderful work out of dryer lint. Mm-hmm. All of us at our station are very interested in how you do this, the technique you use.
Well, I draw a picture of what I'm trying to do on foam core. Then I take and cover it in archival tacky. Of course, the tacky only works for like 30 minutes. That's it. To get it started. And then the lint is layered on top of one another, kind of like a offset dominoes. And then since I'm handicapped, I use tweezers.
That's amazing. All right, now tell me, where do you get the lint? Is this from your own personal laundry?
No, this is, totally tell people this. What you do is look me up online, okay, and send me dryer lint. And everybody who sends me dryer lint, I send them a print, all matted at the end of the year, whatever I thought was the best piece for the year. And that's how I get my dryer lint, because I can't go to the store and buy dryer lint.
And I don't, even though it may seem like we wash a lot of clothes, I don't think anybody washes and dries that much clothes.
Oh, no. No, I have the salad boxes. You get like Olivia salad and whatever, those little tiny mixed salad boxes at the grocery store. I have 675 of those.
Well, we are in
all colors.
We are really amazed by your art, and thank you for talking to us.
One other question. Is this colorized? Do you color the
Oh,
art?
no.
This is
I
the
tried that, and it dyes the glass. And it also dissolves down the drain while you're trying to dry it out. So, no, this is the actual colors people send me. Believe me, my lint itself is like gray and boring and...
The question that she was asked from someone here is the color of the dryer lint. Is it natural colors or how do you color it, dye it?
How it comes out of the dryer. Totally how it comes out.
It's like if you wash and dry a red towel, the lint is going to be red.
Right, exactly. Though it does fade over time. I know I've discovered that. So, yeah.
Well, it's still
not my work fade, but as you're washing the towels, by the time the fifth time you wash towels, it's a different color than the first time you wash a towel. So,
well, you are an amazing artist, and thank you for talking to us.
Very different, very unique.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've never seen anything like it.
No, I haven't either. And
Look
at the eyes on him.
I got into it because I used to be a smith, teapot from flat sheet of metal, and then I got cancer, and I lost most of the use of my right arm, and so just one thing after the other. My mother-in-law was looking after me. She washed all my chenille throws and put them in the dryer until I had 2 piles the size of collies outside of my dryer. And that's what started it, because I wanted to find something to do to not feel so bad that people's chenille throws they gave me were destroyed.
But I think that goes to show how you've taken something that was a negative and turned it into something that's a thing of beauty, really.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, just cancer, people with cancer out there, there is a light.
Yes, there is. All right, we're up here in the con suite, which is where you can have snacks and sort of sit and relax, especially for the people who work the convention. But this is also where the convention cake is kept. This is a wonderful cake. Every year, Carla Brindle makes one of these one-of-a-kind cakes. Tell us about this one.
Well, like you said, we're very fortunate and very blessed to have Carla not only as a member of our staff, but as the person who does these wonderful custom cakes for us. This cake this year, obviously, is a tribute to our media guest of honor, as well as our author guest of honor, Peter David, and our media guest of honor, Sean Mara from Firefly. Of course, as we discussed earlier, Sean Mara played Simon Tam on Firefly. Peter David has written comic books for DC, Marvel. He's written screenplays. TV shows, books. So, yeah, it's just a marvelous piece of work. And, of course, the fist in the center that's holding up the books, Peter David writes the Hulk comic book for Marvel. So, of course, we did the big Hulk smash fist.
So everything is represented here, and not only is it the books and the fist, but the whole base of this that it's sitting on, the chocolate part, that's also cake.
It certainly is. It's definitely fools the eye, as they say, doesn't it?
Now, I know that sometime during this convention, this cake will be cut. When is that going to happen?
That should be about 6 o'clock.
Today?
Yes.
All right. What workmanship. Even back here, the leaves of the book you can see. Now, this is just wonderful. Okay. All right. Here we are at this TARDIS from Doctor Who that you told us about upstairs. This is being raffled off.
Yes, it is being raffled off. $5 per raffle ticket, and all of the proceeds from the raffle go to our 2015 scholarship winner.
If we opened those doors, would it be a lot bigger, and would we see time travel machinery?
Oh, absolutely. But I think most of the Time Lords that traveled here in this TARDIS are inside the hotel, and they took their TARDIS keys with them. So I think we're out of luck.
I just think it's really cool that you have something like this, and my heart goes out to whoever wins it. May it not be my husband.
2 tickets to that TARDIS.
To win
the TARDIS.
To win
and I
the
will
TARDIS.
take it home. We will adorn our yard with it.
Because whoever wins it's going to have to get it home, and that's going to be an interesting thing.
That's why God created U-Haul.
It is. Thank you so much, Carl. We appreciate coming back to this convention. It's always a lot of fun.
It's always a pleasure to have you and Phil and Willie here, and thank you very much for being here.
It's just been a delight. Thank you again. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. This is always a treat for us to come up here and cover this convention. Like I said earlier, this is the one place that you can step through the doors of this hotel and be anybody you want to. My next show will feature a Lynchburg Live retrospective. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.